Marilyn, where's the link to the recording then? Is that, do you just?
I think I can just do it because I'm the administrator.
No, I meant to listen to the previous one.
Oh, you know what? It's going into people's spam folders. So you go into your spam and then add us to your contacts so that it doesn't keep happening.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll look and see where that's at.
I'm gonna start sending them out by constant contact. I just entered it all into there so that it won't happen that way, but I just did it today because I didn't realize they were all going into spam.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay, should we start?
Okay, ready everyone?
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna make you spotlight video. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so no, everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh yeah.
Close eye.
Can everybody mute themselves, please?
I Jigten. Okay, so everyone ready? Yeah. Okay, sit down very stay big. No lay down, okay?
I have to lay down. Bye. Level. Where are we? Khenpo, you're muted. Turn your sound on. No, no, we still can't hear you. We heard you before. Yeah, what happened? Did you move? Just a second. Okay, I'm unmuted, everybody. So can you just personally mute yourself, please? Be okay now, Khenpo.
Okay, so can you hear?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
So yeah, please, someone did muted my...
You're not muted anymore.
Okay, so then sit down. Okay. So no, ready, yeah? Okay, sit down everyone and close eye. Breathe in. So we mind be with your body and breathe together first before listening teaching. So this is the usually we does the opening prayer. So same is the opening prayer. Breathe in, mind be with your breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. It's, what is going on? There's something going on.
Everybody, please mute yourself because we can all hear you, and thank you. And then when you answer questions, Somebody's not muted.
Okay, so now open eye. Today, I think we are in the bodhicitta section. So we finished the love, compassion, meditation last week. So now we are in the bodhicitta section. Bodhicitta is page 25, is correct? So last week we live in the bodhicitta, right? Yes? Okay, so do you do the homework for?
Page 11, Khenpo.
Page 11? How come it's page 25?
Two different books, Khenpo.
Oh, two different books.
I'm on 11 also.
Okay, the third stage is meditation on bodhicitta. So we are in that section. My book is page 25. Okay, so now already shared the first 4 thoughts meditation. We're not going to talk again. That's all your homework. You can do meditate like hours and hours. Usually practitioners does 100 days. Called Shabja, Tibetan called Shabja is 100 days. Usually people go to retreat, practice 4 thoughts meditation. So that's the basic, preliminary practice. Then after that, we have uncommon preliminary practice, Vajrayana tradition, Tibetan Buddhist tradition. We does the 100,000 prostration with together refuge prayers, and then 100,000 mandala offerings, 100,000 Vajrasattva, and Guru Yoga. So this 5, actually together 5,000 is uncommon preliminary practice. That's the Tibetan Buddhist, preliminary practice. It's called uncommon preliminary practice. Uncommon meaning is other Buddhist traditions actually not follow that section. The 4 thoughts is basic, means all the Buddhist practitioners follow, all the traditions follow 4 thoughts meditation. But uncommon is only Vajrayana Buddhist tradition, Tibetan Buddhist, uncommon preliminary practice. So here right now, we are in the special preliminary practice. So this special preliminary practice has 3 difference: love, compassion, bodhicitta. So I already shared love meditation. Now we are in the bodhicitta section. Love is called compassion is the result. Compassion is the cause. Bodhicitta is the result. So today we are in the bodhicitta section. Without bodhicitta, so main practice is this 5-part Mahamudra. Main practice is Yidam Deity, Guru Yoga, Mahamudra. So without this chitta, Yidam Deity practice, it cannot be successful. The reason is when we visualize our body form is Buddha or Yidam Deity, we must have to have a bodhicitta. So without a bodhicitta and visualize the Yidam Deity is not purified karma. Nothing going to increasing qualities, Buddha's qualities. So that's the reason Buddha is embodiment of the bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is source of Buddha, essence of the Buddha. So that's the reason love, compassion is very important, because without love and the compassion, we cannot have, growing, or we cannot up into the bodhicitta. We cannot get bodhicitta without love and the compassion meditation. So that's the reason bodhicitta is essence of all the Buddha's teachings. So here is the third stage is meditation on bodhicitta. Third stage meaning is love, compassion, bodhicitta. So this is the number third stage is meditation. If uncontrolled love and compassion are born in our mind stream, from them arises the desire to become a Buddha only for the sake of mother sentient beings. Love, compassion, bodhicitta, they are very similar, or is a different aspect. So love is like thinking about wishes all beings have happiness. Compassion is all wishing all beings free from suffering. So bodhicitta must have to have a true aspect. Here is sharing two aspects. Two aspects is here is from them arises the desire to become a Buddha. One is a desire, we are desire become Buddha. And second is only for the sake of a mother sentient beings. Why I wanted to become Buddha? The reason is I wanted to benefit other sentient beings, other mother sentient beings. So that is the core bodhicitta. Must have to have a true aspects have to come together. If we're thinking about I wanted to become Buddha, that's also not bodhicitta. So bodhicitta means I wanted to become Buddha. The reason I wanted to benefit all mother sentient beings. So that comes two aspects. Why we have become Buddha? Why we wanted to desire to become Buddha? Because I wanted to benefit other beings. So these two aspects comes together. It's called bodhicitta. The desire for enlightenment. See, one desire is enlightenment. Another desire is wanted to benefit other beings. It's completely stainless. For it is free from the defilement of self-cherishing nature. So not thinking about anything benefit our own benefit. 100% wanted to help for other beings. That's why I wanted to become Buddha. So that is called bodhicitta. Free from any selfish motive whatsoever. So we're thinking about something, our own agenda, our own benefits, then that is not bodhicitta. So sometimes like beginners, when we practice, I wanted to enlightenment, I want free from samsara, so I wanted to free from samsara. That's also good, But when you're going high level, then we have to release like selfish motivation. First, beginners, most important is selfish motivation also. So that give you more effort. But then you are into the practice. We have to release selfish motivation. This is what is called precious, true aspects. 100% wanted to benefit other beings. That's the reason I want to become Buddha. To categorize according to the essence, there is the aspiring level of bodhicitta with a commitment to the result, and there is the engaging aspect of the commitment to the cause. So there has two different paths when you practice bodhicitta. So the bodhicitta has like two categorized. So the first one is called aspiration bodhicitta. Second is called engaging bodhicitta or commitment to the engaging aspect of bodhicitta. So these two bodhicitta, any practice dharma, we must have to have these two categorized. So like example, today you wanted to join wanted to listening this teaching. So that is called aspiring bodhicitta. Engaging bodhicitta, you are into the meeting, and when starting listening teaching is called engaging bodhicitta. So other is wanting to do, wanted to going someplace, like wanted to go that place. That is called aspiration bodhicitta. Engaging is you are on the way going. So that is called engaging bodhicitta. So we aspirate, I wanted to become Buddha. I wanted to benefit others. So that wishing is called aspiring bodhicitta. Engaging bodhicitta, then you are into the path, practicing 6 perfections. That is called engaging bodhicitta. So also comes like after here, I can share more about these two. So here is the first one, aspiring is like thinking about the result. I wanted to become Buddha. I wanted to practice. I want to become Buddha. I want to benefit others. It's called commitment for the result. So second is engaging aspect of bodhicitta with the commitment to the cause, means like we have to practice the cause. It's 6 parameter. Create result. So one is commitment result, one is commitment cause. We should take our vows from our root Lama, means first we have to receive bodhicitta vows from our root Lama, means root Guru. So when you receive the bodhicitta, you not necessarily like your root Guru, just you can receive who has bodhicitta vows, also you can receive bodhicitta vow. So root Guru means like higher level, Sometimes people receive from the bodhicitta as your root Guru, so maybe you care more about that vow. So you more appreciate. So that's the reason we talk about here is root Lama, who holds the vow lineage. So then this bodhicitta's vows lineage means like you receive from some teachers, he also receive his teacher, he also have to receive from his teacher to all the way go up to the lineage Buddha. So that is the core vow lineage. That is in unbroken stream originating from the perfect Buddha. See, all the unbroken vows is up to the Buddha. So we have to take the bodhicitta vows. So bodhicitta vow also sometimes some some teaching such talk about you can receive from the stupa, you can receive from the statues also too. I think first one is you receive from the person is better. Ru Lama teachers from the receive your teacher and bodhicitta vow, and then bodhicitta vow can be lost. So you can receive again from the statues, stupas, and Buddha's special text object, So you not necessarily have to have a person to receive the bodhicitta vow. The first one is, I think, is good way to you receive from the teacher. Then when you think you lost, you think you broken your vow, so you can have to receive again from the statue, stupa, and the holy object. So the reason is bodhicitta vow is the same as the goal. And Vinayana vow is the same as a pot. Pot broken, you cannot fix again. The bodhicitta vow is the same as a goal, means like you can fix again and again. So you can repair the again and again. And so bodhicitta vow you can have to take every morning, we chant this, usually prayer, opening prayer. We all have this bodhicitta, refuge and bodhicitta. This is we receiving again and again, every day. So long as you have received bodhicitta vow, you have to chant that prayer every day, actually. Refuge and bodhicitta prayer. So you have to remind again and again, because you have to recognize you are bodhisattva. Sometimes we forget. The reason is we not enough mindful awareness. And even we receive the bodhicitta vows, sometimes we forget that. So that's the reason we have to retake again and again every day. So bodhicitta vow you receive every day again and again. It's the same. It's called the so jong. So means like repeat again your broken vow. Jong means purify obscurations. So then you take that vow. When you receive the vow, then you are become bodhisattva. So that's the reason here say, and who is knowledgeable and okay. So this is the teacher. You receive the bodhicitta's vow from Ru Lama who hold the vow lineage. First, he must have to have a vow lineage. That is unbroken stream originating from the perfect Buddha. The second, and who is knowledgeable and experienced. So then who know the bodhicitta vows. Knowledgeable and experience it means like, have to practice bodhicitta. So who has experience in the bodhisattva workers, teachings and the practices. So that kind of teacher, you have to receive the bodhicitta vow. So when you receive the bodhicitta vow, so you have become bodhisattva. So when we receive bodhicitta vow, we have become bodhisattva. It's not the absolute truth bodhisattva. We are not a practitioner bodhisattva. We are just relative truth bodhisattva, called relative truth bodhisattva. It's just relative truth sangha, not absolute truth sangha. Not absolute truth bodhisattva. What the difference is? Absolute truth sangha is object of refuge. So we say Buddha or the lineage teachers is we are take refuge from all the Buddha and the refuge teachers. Means like they are absolute truth bodhisattva. So when we receive the bodhisattva vow, we have become bodhisattva, but we are not absolute truth bodhisattva. We are relative truth bodhisattva. Do you get it? Yeah? It's clear? So that you have to understand the difference is sometimes we think we are Bodhisattva, sometimes Bodhisattva means have realized. So people are confused. So they have two different levels, absolute truth Bodhisattva, relative truth Bodhisattva. So receive the Bodhisattva vow is only relative truth Bodhisattva. Absolute truth Bodhisattva, you cannot give vow for someone. And practice, you have to realize. So then become your own experience, realize. Understanding absolute truth, called realize absolute truth. So it's called absolute truth Bodhisattva. It's actually followed by the Buddhist philosophy. First level Bodhisattva, first to meet Bodhisattva. It's called absolute truth Bodhisattva. That's the reason the teachings, the saying difference. If you follow by the way of Bodhisattva, Shantideva's teaching, when you receive Bodhisattva, then you are child of Buddha, he said that. That means like relative truth Bodhicitta, Bodhisattva. And the Chandrakirti, his middle way path, he said, when you are realize absolute truth, you are child of Buddha. So that means like Chandrakirti recognizes absolute truth Bodhisattva. There are two kinds of difference. When you read this philosophy text, it's become, sometimes confused. It's different. Recognize Bodhisattva. So Shantideva's way of Bodhisattva, when we receive from our teacher, told the Bodhisattva, wow, we are Bodhisattva, we are child of Buddha means relative to the Bodhisattva. Followed by Chandrakirti teaching, middle way path is when you are child of Buddha means absolute truth Buddha is starting first Pimi level. Word is very similar, but we have to understand the way the teaching import is like differences. So now we have become, when we receive the Bodhicitta vow, then whatever you do is followed by aspiration Bodhicitta and engaging Bodhicitta. Aspiration Bodhicitta, engaging Bodhicitta, both is relative to the Bodhicitta, Bodhicitta. So maybe when you meditate, Mahamudra is called absolute truth Bodhicitta. So now here, we're talking about two aspect Bodhicitta, two aspects or two, here it says like two categorized according to the aspiring level of Bodhicitta with the commitment to the result, and there is the engaging aspect Bodhicitta with the commitment to the cause. This two is the relative to the Bodhicitta. So when you receive the Bodhicitta vow, what you want to do, practice Dharma something, spiritual something, what you mean is mind, want to do something, is called aspiring Bodhicitta. So engaging is when you are into that, it's called engaging Bodhicitta. So today, see, I already shared example, when you wanted to join this teaching, you wanted to listening this teaching, it's called aspiring Bodhicitta. You are into this meeting, you are listening, it's called engaging Bodhicitta. Engaging Bodhicitta must have to have six perfections have to come together. So now, when you're listening Dharma teaching, you have 6 parameter. The reason is, I share many times this, when this, also, and the Patrul Rinpoche, he is one of his teaching, the book is very famous, it's the Rule of My Teacher or something. I think he shared also in there too. So listening teaching is like really listening teaching is the most benefited practice of Dharma means. He said, when you listening Dharma teaching, or listening Dharma teaching has all the 6 perfections come together. So listening Dharma teaching has, is engaging bodhicitta, is most benefit, more practicing, listening Dharma teaching is practicing Dharma. He said it's all perfections is in there. So first, like your tongue, and sometimes we offerings, we do postations, when you listen and teaching, your offerings. Tibetan tradition, we mandala offerings before listening teachings. So here in, like Western country, you have to use tongue and, gas on the roadway, go there to receive teaching. It's a part of the generosity. And then when you are sit down and listening Dharma teaching, it's no harming for others. Your mind is followed by spiritual. So it's called morality. And then when you're listening Dharma teaching, whatever difficulties when you sit down and the legs pain or hard difficulty, whatever comes, you can go bear or go through that. So that is called the patient. And then joyful effort is you like to listen and you are happy and joy receive teachings. It's joyful effort. Then meditation, your mind must be there. So your mind know that you cannot hear anything. So when you listen and teaching, it's more meditation. It's like you really focus that. It's called meditation section. So then when you receive teaching, you understanding what is discard, what is adopted. So that is called wisdom. So all 6 parameters is when you listening Dharma teaching. All these 6 perfections in there subsumed when you listening Dharma teaching. So that is called engaging bodhicitta. Sometimes we think, oh, I have to do practice 6 perfections. Then we're thinking about, like some objects, like take to giving for someone. That's also generosity, but actually, these all perfections come together means listening, teaching, all has this together. 6 perfections. Sometimes we don't recognize that. So we have to recognize when you listen in Dharma teaching, all 6 perfections is there. So that is called engaging bodhicitta. So now, once we have received bodhicitta, so we receive bodhicitta, so page 27. Once we have give rise to bodhicitta, we receive bodhicitta, give rise to bodhicitta, even a small virtuous act, because it is started by bodhicitta intention, become served by this bodhicitta and expands to become a various root or virtue. So when you receive the bodhicitta vow, it's relative to the bodhicitta. When you receive that bodhicitta vow, then whatever your body, speech, your mind does any virtuous deed, it's called bodhicitta practice. So it's called, that's why it's called the giving rise to bodhicitta, even a small virtuous act, because it is started by bodhicitta intention, becomes served by this bodhicitta. Served by bodhicitta means like already bodhicitta into that your practice. Long as bodhicitta in your practice, that virtuous never extinguished. I think it's correct word, extinguished. It's never expired. So never exhaust. until Buddhahood. If without bodhicitta, can be exhaust our practice dharma. Sometimes receive one benefit, result comes one benefit, then exhaust. So long as you have a bodhicitta, small virtuous act also never exhaust until Buddhahood. And bodhicitta, end of the dedication is very similar. Long as you have these two together comes, your practice virtuous deeds is never exhaust. Not only one result comes go away. So until Buddhahood, the benefit, this all the virtuous result is until Buddhahood. Even we have become Buddha, the virtuous deeds benefit other beings too. So that's the reason small virtuous act become it is started by bodhicitta, intention become asserted by this bodhicitta, and expands to become vast root of virtue. At the time of death, so long as you have bodhicitta vows, you take bodhicitta vows, time of death carry onward by bodhicitta. So we carry our bodhicitta vow. Bodhicitta, we will continue to traverse to happier and happier status. So we are traveling next life is more happy life, and happier status means going to more happy levels. It's like we are reborn, better life, become going up to the Buddhahood. Long as you have bodhicitta, vow, and then you never going to reborn lower realms. So that's the reason here say traverse to happier and happier status. Our mind filled with, so even when we die, bodhicitta, we die joyfully, happy, with joy, filled with joy. So that's like we can see that sometimes bodhisattvas die. They are not suffering, they joyfully die. And who has strong non-virtuous deeds, when they die, is extremely suffering. So they fear so much. And the bodhicitta, when they die, they appear to like kind of a pure land. Is happy to die. The reason is like bodhicitta as appearance is pure land. And anger, perception, appearance is lower realms, hell realms. So that's the reason when bodhisattvas die joyfully, happily, because their appearance is pure light. And the Buddha's pure light, That's why minds filled with joy. In the best case, sincerely, we will become perfectly awakened Buddhas. So then, also, so when we die, maybe, in the Pardo, we can become enlightened. Even we're not enlightened in the Pardo, the next life, more opportunity and practice Dharma has become more going up level, not going down. So that's the reason here say in the best case, sensorial, we will become perfectly awakened Buddha. In the middle sensorial, we will become realized Bodhisattva on the premise and the paths. So here is actually sharing 3 different levels. So first one is, like even you don't have much practice Dharma, you receive the bodhicitta vow, you practice bodhicitta vows. When you die, happily, joyfully die, and appearance is also comes the pure line. And the middle way is like, in the best case, essentially we will become perfectly awakened Buddha. So best one is enlightenment. In the middle century, we will become a realized Bodhisattvas on the premise and the paths. So realized become means like absolute truth Bodhisattva become. You know, relative truth Bodhisattva, the cause of absolute truth Bodhisattva. We are came into the absolute truth Bodhisattva. And in the worst case, the sensory real, we will be inseparable from the three jivas. So at least we are not separate from the three jivas, last one, you know. So they have talking about the three different benefits. The highest level Bodhisattva benefit is enlightenment. Second level is get realized Bodhisattva. Absolute truth Bodhisattva, become into the absolute truth Bodhisattva. The last one, worst case, sensorial, we will be inseparable from the three jivas and reborn in extraordinary realm. So this extraordinary realm means like when we die happily and joyfully die, it's illicit, you know, like the worst case also. Thus, no matter what, with bodhicitta, we will become victorious as. Long as you have received bodhicitta, you are victorious. So that's why here is no matter what, with bodhicitta, we will become victorious as. It's so like victorious as is in the root text. Jigten Sumgons said is the last we are already shared. You know the first one. This root text says. I think where is the root text is the institute of love and compassion does not run for the benefit of others. It will not be rewarded in the example of God and men attained. Therefore, to the preliminary and embodied the institute of compassion. So that's the root text Jigten Sumgons shared. And the root text is you love and compassion is the same as the run the horse. And the victorious is bodhicitta. So run the horse, you get the present. So it's the same as the victorious as bodhicitta. So that's all is like part of the preliminary practice. Preliminary practice is here, 5-part Mahamudra. We finish first one. First one is special preliminary practice. So Jigten Sumgons, his Song of Realization, he has 5-part Mahamudra 5. So first one is called preliminary of practice. First one is preliminary of practice. That is the love, compassion, bodhicitta. Special preliminary practice. So when I shared this commentary, so also I shared the basic preliminary practice, ground like, you know, first one, 4 thoughts meditation, and then also uncommon preliminary practice, Tibetan tradition, 500,000 different practices. And then here, the one special preliminary practice, we finished that section today. So now going into the main practice. Main practice, when we move into the primary stages of training on the 5-fold path, we have the practice of meditating on the deity, accomplishing the Lama Guru Yoga and the Mahamudra meditation practices. So this 3 is main practice. meditating on the deity. First is the meditating on the deity. So deity is, Yadam deity is actually Buddha, meditating in the Buddha. Sometimes people think deity, Buddha is different, but actually same. Deity, Buddha is same. On the deity, as it is said, so main practice has 3 different levels. First one is meditation on the Yadam deity. So here, 5-part Mahamudra, Jigten Sumgons, he share, when we practice the Dharma, one section, we have to include all these 5-part Mahamudra together. So that means, like, example, you're going to practice Chinrezek sadhana. I share you example, Chinrezek sadhana, like maybe Tara sadhana. So first beginning, you must have to have a bodhicitta, So that's always we have, actually all the sadhana we have, practice Yadam deity, refuge and bodhicitta. So that is the first preliminary practice. The second, then you visualize Yadam deity, and maybe Tara or Chinrezek, anyone. And then that Chinrezek Tara is become transformed to the Ru Guru, it's become Ru Guru Yoga, and then dissolve to yourself. It's realized, you can realize, you meditate Mahamudra, and then after that, you do practice dedication. So this all 5-part Mahamudra is one section practice have to go together, comes together. Usually Mahamudra meditators follow this 5-part, one section included everything. So sit down, like mentally mind generating sometimes. Mentally mind generating, and cultivate bodhicitta, and then visualize. Even you don't have the chance, sometimes mentally visualize Yadam deity, and then the Yadam deity is transformed to Guru. Then Guru is dissolved to your crown, to your body, and then you are into the Mahamudra meditate, non-conceptual, meditate. When you finish dedication, so then all 5 parts is one section already included, all practice together. So that's usually we have to follow like that. Jigten Sumgons said one section practice have to use all this 5-part Mahamudra. Sometimes some teachers say you first bodhicitta, finish bodhicitta, then go to the Guru Yoga, finish Guru Yoga, go to the Yadam deity. So also follow that sometimes like traditionally, but short practice. When we practice short practice, we have to cultivate this all 5-part Mahamudra, one section. So now here is the Yadam deity, meditation on the deity, as it is said. So this is the root text. Root text from Jigten Sumgons. If one's body, the king of deities. So that means like our body is visualized Yadam deity. So that means the king means king is like highest level in the usually the country. So same thing is we are become king of the samsara, kind of like king is like highest level. So you meditate, your body is Yadam deity, you have become king. Means you are freedom, you have free. So that's the reason is say king. The one's body, the king of deities, means like you visualize your body is Yadam deity, you are king. The meaning is you are free from suffering. So that's the called visualize the Yidam deity, is not stabilized on this unchanging ground. So our body is a Yidam deity already, you know, not something we're changing. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm not a Yidam deity, so no, I'm meditated, I'm transformed to my ordinary body is a Yidam deity. We think that actually that is incorrect, you know. Actually, our body, mind is Buddha, is unbeginningless time until now. So that's the reason it's not stabilized on this unchanging ground, means like ground is we are Buddha. We are Buddha. So ground means like we are first unbeginningless time. We already Buddha. If we don't recognize that, meditation is not stable. So that's the reason it's not stabilized, means on this unchanging ground. So attain with diligence, therefore to the retinue of darkness were not examined. Attain with diligence, therefore to the body as the Yidam, and embody the aggregates and elements as the promotility, wake through us, deity. So we can change, like example, like if one's body the king of deities is stabilized, is we say take out the knot. So it's positive way to we also follow this too. Is stabilized on this unchanging ground, the retinue of darkness were example, you know. We all have take out the knot, it's become all is positive way to different ways understand. So here is like we, you know, like if you don't recognize your body is a Yidam deity, then the retinue of darkness will not be example, right? Kind of like we say negative way, you know, you do not understand, then you cannot. But positive way, if you understand, then you know, stabilize on unchanging ground, the retinue of darkness will be example. So attain with diligence, therefore, to the body as a Yidam, and embody the aggregate elements as the pro-model established through us. So here, the main point also, the pro-model established means pro-model means unbeginningless time. We already has Buddha, we are being Buddha, not changing something. It's this section actually Jigten Sumgons teaching is different than other teachers. Not in here he's sharing, but it's in the Gonche. I have a commentary, Gonche commentary, some sections, you know, like usually we say transforming, you know. Jigten Sumgons, he never accept transform. Transform means you change something. You know, we are regular beings, then change to become Buddha is transformed. Usually we think that, but Jigten Sumgons said actually cannot be transformed. We already become pro-model, we are Buddha, so no need to transform there. You know, we already become Buddha, then how can we transform? Just we realize. We didn't recognize we are Buddha, just this practice teachings, we realize not really transforming, something change. So that's he shared the teachings is the Gonche, different than other teachers. Other lineage teachers say transform, means like we are regular beings, become transformed to the Buddha. You know, Jigten Sumgons said, actually, you cannot really transform, not really transforming. We are Buddha pro-modally. See, here says the pro-modally established victorious deity we are. So we don't have to transform, we have only recognize. Make sense or no? Okay, so recognize is actually good way, you know, but easy to like, when people think, oh, it's something changing. It's the people I know, the like to hear that way, but logically, actually, not really transforming. Logically is recognizing. Transforming means we are not Buddha first. We are just maybe something ordinary mind, ordinary mind. Then it's become changed. Buddha's mind is transforming. But actually our mind is Buddha and beginningless time. Until no, it's pro-modally already established. It means all the Buddha's quality, the nature, everything is we have already pro-modally established. So no need to transform, it's only recognized. So when you recognize, then victorious as deity, we have become victorious as deity. So that's the root text. And now here, commentary for root text commentary. This is only follow the explain words commentary, meaning commentaries. Here has two different commentaries. First one is a word commentary, means like each root text, this words explain each word. The meaning commentary is not followed by each word, but just generally mean point explain. So this is a word explain. This word explain is a little bit harder to understand because followed by the word. This word is also the poetry, kind of very, you know, special, like examples, understanding. It's not easy because Tibetan tradition, this word is very beautiful, but translation to English is not stay like that, same. But then also examples, maybe not, you know, make sense like English way. Culture also difference, you know, sometimes changed. So then also this example is a kind of ancient, you know, ordained days. Maybe you know, it's the example we can use more something different too. So anyway, Tibetan word is beautiful, but translation to English is not said exactly like that. That's the reason. Commentary words, commentary is sometimes not easy to understand, but mean point explain, mean point, mean commentary is better. One's body, the aggregate elements and the sense source have primarily being the deity, king of form, intrinsically. So these are five aggregates, five elements, this and the sense source have primarily being the deity, king of the form, intrinsically. It's already being Buddha. So this five aggregates is like representative five Buddha. Five elements is representative five female Buddhas. So five female Buddha, five Buddha, actually all this our body has. So that's the reason here say five aggregates, elements, and essence source have primarily being the deity, king of form, intrinsically. For instance, one's five physical aggregates are the five Buddhas, females, and the body's five elements are the five female consorts. They have been truly established in this way from the very beginning. Very beginning means like I'm beginningless time, we already become Buddha, not changing something, you know, not transforming something. So I'm beginningless time, we are already Buddha. So as this is the case, clearly visualize and generating one's own manner of its primordial existence and establishing nature, which is that of the deity, awareness, bodhicitta, is the king of generations. So this, the first Jigten Sumgons said, root text says, the one's body is the king of deities. So this king of deity, our body is like, actually we being our body is Buddha is like primordially. We have to recognize that. So this teaching is called generation stage. It's Vajrayana teaching. Generation, you know these sections, you study these sections, then you understand all these different Yidam deities practice. It's all the different Yidam deities is part of generation stages. So Jigten Sumgons here has only 4 sentences. This includes the whole generation stages. So when we practice this is the case, clearly visualize. We have to visualize and generate in one's own form, this our body, in the manner of it is primordial existing and establishing nature, which is that of the deity. So we have to meditate our form, this body is Buddha. Awareness, bodhicitta is the king of generations. So visualize, body is a Yidam deity. Then Yidam deity, the awareness, the mind, actually awareness means like our mind is bodhicitta. It's like must have to have a bodhicitta. Body is visualized Yidam and mind has bodhicitta. Then it's the king of generation stages. So then our body is king of the samsara. So that's the first sentence. In order to purify conceptions of fixating to the deity as ordinary, we meditate on the deity with a clear, lucid, and stable deity prior in development stage meditation, the king of meditations. This meditation practice is that which establishes us as the embodiment of one who sees the kingdom. So when we visualize our body is Yidam deity, then the benefit is like, see, in order to purify the conception of fixating to the deity as ordinary. So usually we're thinking about our body is ordinary. So you think about your body is ordinary body, then your fixation to your body, grasping to your own body. So you meditate, we meditate on the deity with a clear, lucid, and stable deity pride in development stage meditation. Then is that meditation is introduced to become grasping, transform ordinary perceptions, transform ordinary body, So ordinary body, we're thinking about ordinary body causes of suffering. So visualize the Yidam deity is causes of happiness. And actually transform is, we can use transform, but you have to understand that actually not going to transform, it's recognizing. But use the word, we have to use transform. Because ordinary, we already have delusion, The delusion have transformed. Change that, delusion have to change. You visualize the Yidam deity, your ordinary perception is transformed, it's changed. So, mean nature, your essence is nothing transforming. but only perception is transforming. So here, long as you have thinking about ordinary body, so then we have fixation to that, our own body. So then that is causes of suffering. So that's the reason, you know, we talk about 4 maras. The first one is mara of form body. Mara of form body is fixation to our body. Grasping to our own body is called form of mara. Mara of form body, you know. So visualize the Yidam deity, realize this, our body is Yidam deity. It's directly introduced, directly subdued mara of form body. That's the reason, you know, Yidam deity is under the feet, beneath, and some corpse. That representative is subduing, you know, transforming 4 maras. The first mara is like mara of form body. Mara of form body is like desire to attach to our body, you know, fixation to our body, grasping to our own body. It's called mara of form body. Then we thinking about our ordinary, our own body, ordinary, you know, thinking about ordinary body. Long as you think about ordinary, then you have I. And long as you have I, then you have others. So then attached to our side, hatred to others, create karma. So become is a mara of emotion, you know, afflictive emotion, mara of afflictive emotion arise. So where is the mara of afflictive emotion come from? Is mara of form body. So you visualize the Yidam deity, then subdued mara of form body, naturally subdued mara of afflictive emotion. So that's the reason we have to visualize the Yidam deity. When you visualize the Yidam deity, we meditate on the deity with a clear, so we have to visualize it clearly, lucid, and a stable deity, pride. So this all comes more explained is after this. In development stage, meditation, the king of meditations, this meditation practice is that which establishes us as the embodiment of one who sees the kingdom. If through remaining unshakable from the unwavering confidence of the grown awareness self, so to become stable, confident, manifesting as form of the deity. So you realize your form body is the Yidam deity. Once sees this, the strong hold of the stable pride of the deity, then the mother darkness issue forth and example. And the samsara and the nirvana are brought under one's control. So you can control the samsara, you can control the nirvana, then it's called king. This king is like who can control the samsara. The king is like king control their own country. So this is like who can control the samsara, it's called king. The example is your meditation has become stable and you have confidence, recognizing our body, mind is Yidam deity, then you are become king of the samsara. So that must have to have a stable meditation, stable. One will visualize the kingdom. If through remaining unshakable from the unwavering confidence as a grown awareness self, manifesting as the form of the deity, one sees the stronghold of the stable pride of the deity, then the mother darkness issue forth in the example, and the samsara and the nirvana are brought under one's control. Thus one become the embodiment of the retinue of the victorious ones. Therefore, in our meditation, we should clearly and vividly visualize our form as the enlightening form of the Yidam deity. So now, going into the commentary, you know, like how to meditation. This first one, you know, we talk about we have to visualize our body is Yidam deity. So our body is visualize the Yidam deity. The first, you know, therefore, in our meditation, when we meditate, we should clearly and vividly visualize. So this three aspects we have to follow when we meditate the generation stage. The first one is called clear and vivid visualize. So generation stage, we have to visualize the front generation, self generations. Two goes together. Sometimes go together, sometimes go separate, visualize. The best, you know, beginners, followed by separate is better. First visualize front generation, then go into the self generation is good. Practitioner, then you can do both simultaneously together. You don't have to go separate too. That's the reason short sadhana, we don't have separate. Front generation, self generation, it all goes together. This long sadhana have a separate. Actually, long sadhana is more for beginners. Short sadhana is for practitioners. But right now it's change, you know. Become short sadhana is beginners, long sadhana is for practitioners. Because beginners don't want to do long ones and that like short ones. So actually, you know, the purpose is like short one is for practitioners, long one is for beginners. So long sadhana have two different separate. Front generation. So visualize Buddha in front of us. That's the reason we need statues, we need tankas, or we need this object. So my habituate, low to the statue, tanka image, visualize, you know, become visualize that, and our mind is like kind of connecting with this image, Buddhas. That's all is called front generation, part of front generation stage. So you load the tanka and the pictures again and again, many times, then you visualize the Tara is appeared to in front of us. Still we thinking about we are ordinary being. So visualize the Tara in front. We ask, you know, help for me, supplication to Tara, or the Chenrezig, Manjushri, or the deity, anyone we so that is all is called front generation stage. Front generation stage is still didn't recognize this, our body is a Yidam deity. That's the reason beginners follow by front generation first. That's the reason long sadhana have two separate sections, you know. And then slowly, when you front generation, this Yidam deity and our mind is realized inseparable, then you can visualize yourself is Buddha. Come into the self-generation stage. So followed by the different sections. So any like one first, any one practice like self-generation, front generation first, we have to follow this way, you know. We should clearly and vividly visualize. If we thinking about the Chenrezig is, you know, clearly appear our mind. Tara is close eyes, Tara is appear clearly our mind. So that is we have to call visualize clearly means. Usually we practice like low to the Buddha's feet all the way to go up to the crown to all the way to feet. And visualize all these ornaments, everything, you know, practice. Then then your main practice means like you are into the practice, instantly visualize, not followed by like upper or one by one. Instantly visualize in front. So that's where like we have to create practice. So visualize our form as the enlightening Yidam deity. So here is talking about the self-generation. Even you visualize the self-generation stage, we think about the Chinrezek or any Tara, so easily like come to appear to mind and realize that Tara and our nature is inseparable. We have to realize that clearly. Otherwise, we cannot meditate, That's the reason vividly visualize, clearly and vividly visualize. This is like followed by front generation, seventh generation, both need this section first, most important. Meditate in the samadhi of our enlightening nature of mind and ensure forth with the enlightening speech of the deity's mantra. It is this presently devoted engagement in the practice of meditating on the form of the Yidam deity that is the very essence of the path to liberation. So here is the main point, the sharing here is like just actually our body, speech, mind is unbeginningless time, is inseparably Buddha. So, but we didn't recognize that. So that's the reason we have to chant, visualize Buddha's body. We have to chant the Buddha's mantra. We have to meditate nature of mind. Why we have to do that? Because we didn't recognize that. If we recognize that, it's unbeginningless time. Actually, we are Buddha. So therefore, here that's the reason here say, in meditating, we should clearly visualize a form as the enlightening of Yidam deity. So our form is Yidam deity. It's not any transforming anything. Beginningless time, our body is Yidam deity. Meditating on the samadhi of our enlightening nature of mind. We meditate our mind is Buddha's mind. That's also beginningless time, pro-modally, our mind is Buddha's mind. And ensure forth with the enlightening speech of the deity's mantra. So it is this presently devoted engagement in the practice of meditating on the form of the Yidam deity. That is the very essence of the path to liberation. So that is, see, pro-modeling our body, speech, mind is Buddha. It's ground, path, result. So this generation stage, followed by ground, followed by path, and result. The Vajrayana generation stage is a little bit different than Bodhicitta section, what I shared. Bodhicitta section is followed by relative truth Bodhicitta, absolute truth Bodhicitta. So the words you're saying, relative truth, absolute truth. Here is generation stage is followed by ground, path, result. So that's the difference, usually philosophy teaching. Buddhist philosophy is based on the sutra like Mahayana way. It's sharing the Dharma teaching, use the words is relative truth, absolute truth. And this generation stage is Vajrayana traditions. We don't use the words say relative truth, absolute truth. We use the ground, path, result. So now follow the ground, follow the path, follow the result. This three actually is the same. Ground, result is the same essence. No difference. So path is only recognizing that. So that's the follow the Vajrayana teaching. So that's the reason here say it is this first devout engagement in the practice of meditating on the form of the Yadam deity that is the very essence of the path to liberation. Whether in the context of the ground, see whether it's ground, path, or result. Our basic nature, our true essence is unchanging. Means basic, ground, result is the same essence, same true essence, no difference. True essence is unchanging, means no changed. Only recognize. Beyond waxing or waning means like right now we are in the samsara. We don't recognize we are Yadam deity, Buddha. But one day we realize, recognize our mind, body, speech is Buddha. But actually nothing changed. It's only recognized. Our mind is not something something new, something changed. So that's the reason I say it's unchanging. Beyond waxing means like nothing is going to grow in our mind, waxing or waning. Beyond anything to be denied or anything to be exerted. So science is clothed by clothed, you know, like how to say, covered. Sun is covered by thick clothed. The cloud go away. The sun is not waxing or you know, it's or waning or something. Sun is the same thing. Covered by thick cloth, go away cloth, purified cloth. Sun is the same. So like that, our mind, ground, path, result, always the same, nothing changed. So that means like essence is nothing changed, but only the purified karma or purified defilement. Same is the clouds go away. Sun is nothing changed. Beyond, so however, for the sentient beings who do not realize this, see, so we don't realize this because our body, speech, mind is primordially Buddha, but we don't recognize that. Oneself and the deity appear to be separate entities. We didn't recognize this mind is Buddha, you know, and entities. Nothing, you know, we realize that. So when we are entities, see, however, for team beings who do not realize this, oneself and the deity appear to be separate entities. So that's the reason we have to practice Yadam deity generation stages. Sometimes the people think, why we have to practice Dharma, then we already become Buddha. So answer is, we have to practice Yadam deity, Buddha. The reason is, we have already this primordial essence of Buddha. We didn't recognize that. So that reason, like Mahayana, the Theravada tradition Vajrayana has like disagreed, you know, like Theravada tradition debating. You have become Buddha is the like all beings Buddha. They don't accept that. So the no accept that, and the thing you are already beings Buddha. Then why you have to practice the Dharma? Why you have to practice? You're already Buddha. You know that thing that. This section has lots of debating with the Hinayana tradition. So Hinayana think we are regular beings. That's why we have to practice the Dharma. Vajrayana think we are unbeginningless all beings Buddha. That's why we have to practice the Dharma. So Vajrayana answer is, if you are no Buddha, your practice is useless. You know, if you are you don't have essence of a Buddha, then you practice Dharma, you never ever can be enlightenment. Because you don't have that essence, right? So no, you practice Dharma, Vajrayana say we can become Buddha. The reason is we have essence of Buddha nature. We all pro-morally, we are become sentient beings Buddha. That's the reason we have to practice. We have to visualize. We have to chant mantra. So that's all the reasons is, practice is coming here. So no, I think time is finished today there. Do you have any questions? Time is gone, right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Khenpo. Yeah, it's Gail.
You were 11:27, so here it's 11:27 means we start at 10, 1 hour and a half, right? You share this teaching, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so now we can discuss anything. Do you have?
Yes, for practicing daily practice, if we are on the path, deepening the path, that's the main thing for us. If we already realize these teachings, then the practice makes the perfection of the teachings, right?
Yes. Yeah. Practicing kind of recognize, more deeper and deeper understanding.
Deeper and deeper every day, just practicing.
Yeah.
Just makes it very no doubt.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Happier living, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Honey?
Khenpo, just you said the Sojong
Yes.
valve. So what's the meaning of the soul?
So it's repairing, repairing the broken vowels. So means Jong means purifying.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Jong. It's a Hinayana, Vinayana tradition called Sobjong. So in the Buddhist monastery, we have a full moon day, 15th, and last month of the 30th, we have this prayer ritual things doing in the monastery every month twice, called Sobjong. But actually, Vajrayana, Vajrasava practice also Sobjong. Followed by Hinayana tradition, in the monastery, we do 2 times every month. Called Sobjong. Specifically, that is called Sobjong, but generally Sobjong means Vajrasava practice also Sobjong. Rinpoche usually empowerment also Sobjong too. Vajrayana Sobjong, Yeah.
Khenpo, another.
Yes. Yes.
On page 33.
Yeah.
So after it said the deity is the embodiment of wisdom, the wisdom of liberation, then there is a sentence, it said, fully actualizing the true nature, dharmata. Self-benefit is brought to fulfillment. So because we always use the words like dharmata, dharmadhatu, and dharmakaya, something like all those words. Can you explain all the difference?
Dharmata, fully actualize the true nature, dharmata, self-benefit, is brought to fulfillment. So you mean what means dharmata, dharmakaya,
and dharmadhatu?
Dharmadhatu. Actually, there are same meaning, but little bit different aspect to, follow. Dharmadhatu, dharmata is actually same. Kaya is actually, follow the mind. Dharmakaya is dharmata is generally everything. It's actually dharmakaya, or is talking about nature of phenomena. Dharmakaya is the nature of mind. Dharmata is the nature of phenomena. Dharmadhart is nature of this realm, like kind of the mandala. Usually we talk about the pure light. So
that be translated as the universe in scientific?
Universe, yeah, universe. Universe is Dharma Dhatu. The universe are all emptiness. Realize that is a Dharma Dhatu. Realization, whole universe is emptiness. It's called Dharma Dhatu. It's actually become same as the pure line, Dharma Dhatu. Dharmakaya is also emptiness. Recognize mind is emptiness. Dharmakaya. It's a little bit different aspects. It's kind of the same meaning. The main point is all same.
So Kembla,
Yes.
I just want to repeat what you said and confirm is correct. And the first one you said Dharmakaya is about the mind, it's about the emptiness.
Emptiness aspect.
Emptiness aspect of mind.
Yes.
And Dharma Dhatu is the
emptiness aspect of universe.
Universe, all the phenomenon you said.
Yes, yes.
Then the Dharmata is the nature of the
Dharmata is actually same thing, not much difference. Dharmata is the same.
So here, this sentence, actualizing the true nature, Dharmata. That
Dharmata is the same.
I mean, on this sentence on page 33,
yes.
Fully actualizing the true nature is the Dharmata, is the true nature of all the phenomena.
Fully actualized around
the true nature of the mind or of the phenomenon here. The phenomenon, right?
1 minute, true round you tatip the number say dan chima kine was the So where is it? This section is Tibetan, so I cannot see that. This dharmata is a true nature of, actually true nature of this is the phenomena. You know, true nature of phenomena means mind, subject, and mind both. Dharmata is like, dharma dhatu, dharmata is not only focus for mind, it's everything, you know, realize all its aspect of phenomena is emptiness. Sometimes it's like just, you know, like very similar, sometimes a little bit different aspects. Also, this followed by the teachings, text.
Thank you.
This translation letters also very hard to make the differences, you know. So Dhammata is actually, Dhammata is not English, right?
Yeah.
Dhammata is Sanskrit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tibetan is actually called, it's Dhammata is called emptiness, nature of empty.
Mm.
So it's very similar. Chinyek means like, nyek means like kind of a nature of phenomena, kind of like nyek means chi, nyek means nature of all the truth. Kind of like nothing changes something. Yeah.
Nothing changed. Khenpo, I already changed 3 times. You just said the dharmata is the nature of the phenomenon, then you said the nature of the emptiness, then you...
This is all same. Nature of emptiness, nature of phenomena is not different. It's different words, but actually the word is different, the meaning is not different.
It's sort of funny. There's news today and on dark matter. There's a new telescope or a new system of measuring the universe. Saying that we only understand 5% of the universe, that there's so much dark matter that is mysterious and that's all flying very fast, expanding the universe. So expanding. We don't know the nature of it, but we just think it's all emptiness, the scientists.
Yeah. So Dhamma, there's all so many kind of things. It's always the same thing, you know, become. Like you have so many colorful clothes. You burn the fire, become ash is all same. You cannot make different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason our perception is so many different colorful cloth. But Dhamma, that means like this all burn the fire is you cannot make difference, all same ash.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that Dhamma, that means everything become same one nature.
Mm-hmm. Suchness.
So sometimes they're called Dhamma Dardas, Dhamma nature. Then Dhamma Kaya also, sometimes we call like that, but sometimes the Dhamma Kaya means followed by the mind emptiness.
Mm-hmm.
This word is really followed by each different ways, you know, like translations and the teachings.
Interdependency to see the transformation of fire into ash, wood into ash.
Yeah, yeah, it's just kind of like different ways, you know.
Yeah, the recycling and the interdependency of everything in the universe.
So just main point is that Dhamma Kaya, Dhamma Dhata, this all is talking about the emptiness, nature of phenomena.
Khenpo.
Yes.
In page 31.
Yes.
It says here, can you explain the part that says that when one seizes the stronghold of the stable pride of the deity, then the mother Dakinis issue forth and assemble. Can you explain that? And then how it relates to samsara and nirvana are brought under one's control? Where are mother Dakinis?
Mother Dakinis is samsara in the
It's what?
nirvana. The mother Dakini is talking about all the beings, you know, samsara and the nirvana.
Okay.
See, this realization, realizers can control all this samsara and the nirvana. That means, like, you know, it's same as like the realization has this all mother Dakinis means like it's kind of like samsara and the nirvana you can control.
When you say controlling samsara and nirvana, is that means realizing that samsara and nirvana are of the same nature?
So here, you know, Mankandro is like we are the king, you know, king, right? King has this all this his country being people, you know, country people.
Mm-hmm.
King can control the whole country people, right? Same thing, you know, we are become visualize the Yedam dead, and this is only example, you know. Example, the king control the country people is the same as like, you know, mother of darkness. Meaning it's like, so we are become visualize the Yedam dead, we can control samsara and the nirvana.
Okay. Okay.
So that means like we are not free from samsara, we are free from nirvana too. Nirvana is like when we last teaching, I shared the Bodhisattvas not stuck in the nirvana, yeah. Free from nirvana, free from samsara, right?
Okay.
So it's this Yedam deity, and that person free from samsara, free from nirvana.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That become is we are king.
Mm-hmm.
So no any like kind of like, you know, is there any obstacles, like kind of everyone is our retinues, become all, everyone all is become our retinues. Contour means retinues. This contour is a little bit different, you know, English, like we, like contour is like very harsh kind of word, strong word. Yeah. But that means actually everything is become our mandala.
Everything becomes our mandala. Okay.
Yeah. So we have become the Yedam deity, then everyone is our mandala.
Okay.
All beings is our mandala. It's kind of like then the retinues become our retinues.
Could you use the word pacified or subdued for that? Like in the Trinity?
Subdued also, okay to say subdued, but actually, you know, we are realized we are Yedam deity. Then everyone is become our retinues, all beings. So we are king, like the king is like, you know, palace and all his kind of subject retinues is under him, everyone. It's all is for his supporters. But this is the king is example, but the Yedam deity is more different than that. Yeah. You know, the king, you know, better kings controlled his subject, and he tortured them, you know, like kind of different. We can go wrong perceptions of king, but this one is king means like you are the you know, like highest. Everyone is become your retinues. Everyone is become your mandala. So also, if you have like this confident, and you have this practice, like realize your form body is Yedam deity, then whatever we use, this all these desired things become is offering to the Yidam deity. So all the females also become concert and darkness. So all the desires become offering things. So that is the very high level, you know, become you are really true of the king. The Malarepa said he is the king, you know. It's like we have stories. The Nepali king invited Malarepa, so the messenger he asked to meet Malarepa. Oh, you are a great boy. You are, maybe he said you are lucky, you know, because the Nepali king invite you. So you don't have food, you don't have clothes, you are suffering in the caves. So no, you are very lucky. The king invited you. So Malarepa said, no, he's not the king, I am the king. You know. He said, I'm not going. So that's the kind of king means, like he already free from all these desired things, free from this all the emotions, right?
Yeah.
So then whatever he use is his retinues. It's become his offerings.
So this
So
is
that is like it's like all become is his retinues. It's become mandala, you know, called mandala. Regular, you know, we desire things is causes of suffering. You realize your form body is Yidam deity, all desire is become your retinue, your offerings, and create accumulation merit. So that is called the control means, you know, control all this samsara. Yeah. So retinue means everything, you know, all everything is your mandala. Darkness or is your retinue means all retinue mandala. They have more deeper explanations. So the main point like that, you know. Yes, and
Khenpo, I also want
yes.
to ask you about the recitation of the deity's mantra. When you visualize your body as the deity, then your mind is not separable from the deity. So about the mantra recitation, because I heard like you need to, for the deity practice, you need to accomplish a certain number of the mantra. Like if the mantra has 10 syllables, then each syllable you need to finish like 100,000 times of each syllable. Then that's like you need to recite like a very large amount of the number of the mantra. So, so I want to know during the recitation how you keep focus, how you do the recitation.
Wow, that's the big question. So, yeah, it's a
because during the I mean. Because for the deity practice, the recitation is a big part of the practice.
So, okay, so right now we're talking about the king of Yidam deity is like very high level. You know, when we practice like beginning, first level, then we visualize the Yidam deity, we chant the mantras, and then each Yidam deity, the recitation mantras and numbers, different kind of numbers. So followed by different sadhanas. It's good for beginners, followed by the number. if you are really practitioner, you are king of your body. See, we're talking about our body is king of Yidam deity. Then we don't have to follow the numbers. So the follow the number is for beginners. It's that give you more effort to do practice. So you have to chant 100,000. If you see, okay, today I can chant 1,000. Tomorrow I wanted to chant 1,500. Next day I wanted to chant the 2,000, like that. You know, get more effort and push you more practice. That's the reason this is one of a method to pushing to the practice. Chant required the number is. The required number is also followed by the different sadhanas. And then also some practitioners used to chant the chant 100,000 mantra. Then they're completing something special experience. Then they say, okay, chant that mantra. But some other people chant that kind of numbers, but they don't get experience. But that is just to make them say, okay, chant 100,000. You know, follow the number. Then some is like followed by experience. Until you get experience, you have to chant the mantra. And so that's the reason the number and the sounds different. Some sadhanas is a sound followed by the sound. Even sometimes you don't finish in numbers, you get sound. That's a good way.
That's good.
But yeah, some people finish in numbers but no sounds. Okay.
Yes. So my question is,
chant twice, also no sounds. But it's also have to push you the practice more. It's a number, follow the number. So that's the reason beginners, we always ask to follow by the number. And then you are more practitioner is followed by sound. And then you are more practitioner, you don't have to follow sounds, you don't have to follow the numbers. It's all dependent individual level, you know. Then this is also depending, you know, the individual and the time. Like time is also degenerate time is needed to chant more mantra. And like used to like during the Buddha time is 1,000 mantra can be completed something. No, we have to chant 10,000, you know, like that. The time and the sign and the numbers, all different. It's the different sadhanas telling you different things. So today this teaching is followed by just generally main point for Vajrayana generation stage. So then also we talk about the king of the Yidam deity, means the highest level. Yeah. So also tomorrow is going to share more. So not only we just finish one section, first beginner, you know, like word explains commentary, but main point is more tomorrow coming. Tomorrow means next week, I mean. Yeah.
Thank you, Khenpo.
You're welcome. Thank you. Good question. Yeah. Okay. So everyone, thank you very much. Debbie, you have a question?
Thank you, Khenpo. I do. I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you mentioned when we were talking about bodhicitta, relative and ultimate bodhicitta, and there was a difference between the Dharmakirti and Shantideva definition of the two aspects of bodhicitta, and that was important to understand those. So I wasn't clear on what the difference, exactly what the difference was and why that would be important to know.
So you mean the relative to the bodhicitta, or?
Yes. Well, you talked about the bodhicitta, and you mentioned the Dharmakirti and Shantideva. Dharmakirti.
No, that's yes, Chandakirti.
Shantakirti. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I shared this absolute truth bodhicitta and the relative truth bodhicitta. The Chandrakirti teaching talk about bodhicitta is he's starting from the absolute truth bodhicitta. And he didn't talk actually relative truth bodhicitta because when he's starting from the first Pimi level, saying you are child of Buddha. So when he says child of Buddha means like absolute truth Bodhisattva, first level, who get realized first Pimi. And the Shangdi Deva's teaching is like you are become child of Buddha. He child of Buddha means like relative truth bodhicitta when you receive the bodhicitta vows. So the words is the same, but that the thinking focus is different. Chandrakirti talking about the absolute truth bodhicitta. Shangdi Deva talking about the relative truth bodhicitta. Yeah. So that's the reason, you know, sometimes in the teaching, talk about bodhicitta, you have to know relative truth bodhicitta or absolute truth bodhicitta. Then relative truth bodhicitta has two aspects. We call aspiration bodhicitta, engaging bodhicitta. So relative truth bodhicitta, we have to receive the vow. When you receive the vow, then you are become child of Buddha. It's called relative truth bodhicitta. And one day you practice, you realize absolute truth, then that time is called also child of Buddha, means absolute truth bodhisattva. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everyone, thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
see you next week.
That
See
was
you
great,
next week.
Khenpo. Okay, see you
Yeah.
next week.
See you next week.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Here I am in the morning.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I'm trying to find the end of the meeting. Okay, bye.
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 There. Oh, we're still not ended.
But it went in.
Bye.
End meeting for
Calista.
all.